Good evening, everyone. Let me introduce myself. I am Philippa Newman from Gloucestershire in the United Kingdom. And today we are focusing on the heart chakra. And actually today is a very special day because on this day, 102 years ago, Shri Mataji, the lady here, was born on this earth. So for this evening, I've got my foot soak bowl all ready. So for your foot soak, yes, you need to have a bowl, some salt, some rinse water, some sort of a towel or tissues. If you are new and this is the first time that you've joined this evening, then you're very lucky. There is a wonderful website and you can look at previous sessions. You can look at all the previous sessions on the website. You can also stay here and join breakout room help. And the breakout rooms will come after the formal close of this session, which will last for about an hour. I just learned today that actually there's 15 different languages that can be covered in the breakout rooms. So if you would like to join a breakout room of your chosen language, then please just go to breakout room help. Okay, so the next thing is that you can fill out a form in the Zoom chat and request a mentor. And it's good to have a mentor, because if you want to ask anything or have someone, yes, to ask questions of or to meditate with, then we're actually currently in the process of assigning mentors with people who would like to have a mentor. So do fill out a form in the Zoom chat if you'd like to do that. Today is day 14, so we're 2 weeks in. And so we're 2/3 of the way through the 21 days. At the end of the 21 days, next Friday, there will be a 2-week gap. And then after that, we will resume again on Wednesdays and Sundays. So yesterday was the Nabi chakra, about peace and contentment within ourselves. And today is about the heart chakra. It's about love. And I'm going to introduce our two lovely presenters today, Pranav and Olivia, who are actually a married couple. So if you would like to introduce yourselves, I will hand over to you.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to have you here, and it's also really nice to be a part of this 21-day program. So I hope we enjoy the meditation together today. I'll be leading your second meditation. And a bit about me, I'm originally from the UK. I was born in London, but of course, as Philippa mentioned, I am married to Pranav, and now I live in Switzerland. So I look forward to meditating with you later.
Good evening, everyone. I am the husband, Pranav. I'm born and raised in Switzerland, and I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga since a very long time, even though I am still young. I'm going to be explaining a bit about the topic of today, which is unconditional love, which is the heart chakra. And I will also play for you a little piece of music that will help you reach a deeper state of meditation, and as well try and feel this inner joy and love. So I'm going to be presenting a piece of music with an instrument called the sarod. Sarod is an Indian classical music instrument which looks like a guitar, kind of, in a way. And actually the sounds of this instrument should be hopefully manifesting some vibrations that will help you reach a deeper state of meditation. And so I think we can start with the presentation of the topic of today.
So without further ado, I'll actually hand back to you, Pranav, because I think you're going to do the first meditation.
Yes. So first of all, today we're going to talk about the chakra of the heart, which is the fourth center in our subtle system. As you can see on the diagram, the chart of exactly. So you've gone through the Muladhara chakra, the Swadhisthana, the Nabi, and now today we're going to do the heart. The center is the center of, and especially the center of the heart, is the center of security, and the center of where we become fearless and doubtless. Actually, we have to recognize that this motherly energy, this kundalini, which is within us, is actually taking care of everything for us, we can say. So what do we have to fear of? What doubts do we need to have, really, when we know and understand that this motherly energy that we are connecting ourselves to is, acting within us, is rising within us, is cleansing our chakras, purifying them, and bringing us in a state of meditation, in a state of peace. in a state of awareness of ourself. So really, what do we need to fear? What do we need to doubt? We should understand that we are on the right path, right? That this mother energy takes care of things for us on a subtle level, obviously. But accompanied with this, we also need to have a sense of responsibility for ourselves, right? We cannot, with the fearlessness and doubtlessness comes also a sense of responsibility that we have to develop, which is actually related to our right heart. So, and this is the center of responsibility, really. And what do we mean by this, really? Is to understand that we have to be responsible of ourselves, which means we have to, keep a good life. We have to be humble. We have to take responsibility of ourselves, and that doesn't just come like this. The sense of responsibility. It's related also to our left heart, which is on the left-hand side, which is related to our physical heart as well. This is where the spirit within us resides. And so this is what we are meditating for in reality, is to become our true self. And what is this true self, really? This true self is what we are in essence, which is the pure spirit. Yes, we are this body. We have a body, we have a mind, we are thinking. But in reality, what is there behind it? And it is the spirit that is within us. And thanks to this meditation, we actually get closer and closer to connecting ourselves to this pure spirit within us. But what does that do, really? To become the spirit. It's only when we become the spirit that we can actually feel this joy that we've been talking about during these past few days. This joy that comes from within us, that manifests from our heart. But it's also when we become the spirit that we actually gain access to the feelings of love, which is directly related to our physical heart, And so to become the spirit is to actually gain access to this unconditional love. But how does that happen, really? Again, it doesn't happen just like that, obviously. So what actually happens is when we meditate is that this Kundalini energy within us actually rises from the bottom of our subtle system up till the very top, piercing through all our chakras up to our Sahasrara, which is the top of our head. Actually, in the center of this Sahasrara chakra, in the center of the top of our head, is where the Heart Chakra is also represented. Just like it's represented in our pinky fingers on our hands, it's also represented on the very center of the top of our head. And so as this motherly energy, this Kundalini, rises during our meditations and pierces through this center of the top of our head, as it's the heart, it's related to our heart, where the spirit resides. And that is how this joy, that is how this unconditional love manifests. That's how we can manage to perceive it, because that is the goal. The Almighty, if we can say, has unconditional love for all of us, for the world, but we do not perceive it. So how do we perceive it? Is by actually awakening this energy and then unblocking our spirit and feeling this unconditional love and joy. And this is what I propose to you to try and experience during this program of today. And to begin so, we can prepare ourselves for the foot soak. So I know you all have buckets and you're ready. For the time, let's keep both our hands with our palms open just open on our legs, on our knees. Let's close our eyes, bring our attention at this very present moment, trying to forget whatever has been said, whatever we have done today, or whatever we have to do later. Really coming to this present moment. And let's start by raising our Kundalini, like you have learned, with a circular motion of our right hand around our left, while rising. And we do 1 knot. Let's do this with all the attention on what we are doing. We do a 2nd time. And we do 2 knots this time. And let's raise our Kundalini for the 3rd time. And we do 3 knots. Now let's give ourselves a bandhan, the 7 half circles around us, with all our attention. So this is 2. 5, 6, and 7. And let's always keep our palms open. Let us give this circular motion clockwise to the water in our bucket, giving it our attention. We're actually vibrating the water. We're preparing the water for our foot soak by doing this circular motion with our right hand. And now, with our both hands open on our laps, we can put our feet in the foot soak. Let's close our eyes. Let's first of all bring our attention to our breathing. Let us very naturally inhale through our nose, without forcing, very naturally. Let's keep the air within us still, and very naturally release it through our mouth. It should be as if we are not breathing at all. We can do this a few times. And already now we should be feeling that our attention is stable. Let us start by putting our right hand in the center of our chest, where our anahata is. Anahata is the Sanskrit word for the heart chakra. And here, with humility, let's ask to our Mother Kundalini O Mother, please remove all my fears. Please remove all my doubts. Please remove all the obstacles blocking my center heart, not allowing me to be my true self. O Mother, please make me fearless. Please make me doubtless. Can bring our right hand down on our lap and place our left hand on our heart, on our right heart. O Mother, you are the responsibility within me. You are the doer of everything. You are the enjoyer of everything. O Mother, I do nothing. It's important here to express sort of humility and sincerity. We all wish to live a righteous life. And so we move to our left heart with our right hand. O Mother, I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not these thoughts. I am the pure spirit. Oh Mother, please remove all the obstacles not allowing me to feel this unconditional love and joy. And with our attention, let us raise it up and place the palm of our right hand on the top of our head, pressing gently and massaging our scalp clockwise. Oh Mother, please establish my self-realization. Please open my Sahasrara. Please help me achieve thoughtless awareness. Let's gently bring down our right hand on our lap. Keeping our attention on the very top of our head. Allowing this Kundalini to work within us. We can now end this foot soak by watering our feet with a jug of water, and we can just quickly wipe them and leave the bucket where it is. And let's maintain our attention for this next part. We're going to watch and listen an extract of a talk given by Shri Mataji, who is the founder of Sahaja Yoga. Let's maintain this state of meditation with our hands open and our attention inside.
The first power that you get is that your awareness becomes collectively conscious. That you can feel another person on your fingertips. That means you become absolutely aware. Like I went today to Mexico. And I could feel the whole country. I knew about it before, but my attention was not so deeply there. I could feel the whole country has a very bad left side problem. And the left side problem is affecting even this area. And the left side problem, you can feel it very clearly, that your left side becomes heavy and you feel the heat in all your centers. So you start feeling the atmosphere, the country, the people, an individual and yourself. So you know the problem of a particular place. I mean, you may not feel that much in the beginning. You may just feel yourself to begin with. Then you start feeling others. So thus the awareness grows more and more. In the central nervous system you start feeling the problems of other people, your own problems. But it is not that you feel them as something which is painful or troublesome, but you feel them as little heat or sometimes little pain, very little, as if you are recording it like a barometer. And when that happens, you want to get rid of it, as if they are your own problem. And if you know how to get rid of it, you can do it. That's what I was doing. And that's how I'm late. Something on the collective. If you are working on something, you want to finish the job. And then you want to attend to another. Don't want to leave something half done. For human beings, it is difficult in the beginning because from human awareness you are rising to superhumanness, or you can call it to super awareness, into a subtler awareness. So first the awareness is gross and then your awareness becomes subtler. But with that, you do not feel in any way uncomfortable or upset, because you become extremely powerful, such power of compassion that you don't feel anything, no pain, no problems. The illusions disappear completely. There's no more illusion in the mind. Like people say that when you face something, you are filled with greed or lust. But when your eyes become pure, there is no greed or lust. But what happens? That you start feeling the oneness with another thing, whatever it is, in a way that it is joy-giving. Like you see someone, an attractive person, there is no sensation of baser feelings for that person. But the sensation just disappears and you start feeling the joy of the creation of that person or the thing. Like in Mexico, people have made so many things with hand. If you watch them, you might think, how much it will cost, what will be the price, who has made it. But if there is no thought, then you see something which looks very joyous, because you can feel the vibrations. And you know somebody has made it who might have been a realized soul, who might have been a very great devotee of God, might have been a person who must have thought that this is your creation, O God. Such a person might have made with that feeling which is to be gratified, and you feel that we should take it. The matter has only one capacity, that it gives joy in giving to others, so that you can express your happiness into it. So you become very subtly aware of the matter, that you start understanding the matter, what it means and what is the use of a particular thing. In the same way, when you meet people, new people, absolutely never known, you know what are their needs, what problems they have, on a wider scale, on a collective scale, and also you know one simple thing, that there are people in Mexico who are seeking God, who are to be helped, who are to be given something that they want. They may not be so much aware of it, but we become aware of them. And a kind of a rapport of a very subtle type is established. And you get attracted towards other people, not through any lust or greed or any purpose, but in oneness with the joy that they have within themselves. The joy of the Spirit. You look at them and you feel this person is such a wonderful person. How do you know? You start feeling the cool vibrations in your hand from that person. And you just enjoy that person for that person's sake, not for anything, whether poor, rich, good looking, bad looking, doesn't matter. You approach the spirit of another person because you have become the spirit. People talk of big things, of organizing peace missions, this mission, that mission, to create a better relationship. All relationships which are at a gross level create problems, because there is some sort of a lurking selfishness behind it. But once it becomes the spiritual relationship, you just enjoy the other person without getting into any discussion about what is your gain, what is you are going to achieve through going nearer to that personality. Thus you become the receiver of the joy, like a lake which is rippleless, which is absolutely quiet and looks like a mirror. It reflects all that is created round it completely and emits complete joy of the creation. In the same way, the heart, which is filled with the light of the Spirit, reflects the complete joy of the creation of another person. Whatever it has in a subtle way, you enjoy it. Then the time you don't see. You go beyond time. You go beyond time. You are not bothered about time. Everything has got a proper timing. And you start understanding that this is the time it was to be. You don't become a slave of time. You don't become slave of any habits. You don't become slave of any temptations. But you enjoy the complete freedom of enjoying the joy
on these beautiful words. Let's try and imbibe them in silence. Once again, let's try and maintain this meditative state while I play some music to accompany it.
Well, Pranav, thank you for this beautiful piece of music. As always, it really puts us in a meditative state when we listen to kinds of music like this. So let's continue with this meditative state. I might talk a bit through this meditation, but don't worry. Just keep your eyes closed, your hands on your lap, palms facing upwards. Put your right hand on your left heart, on your heart. We can just feel this love, this peace that we already feel in our hearts through this meditation so far. We really connect here to our heart. And just like you did when you got your realization, and at the beginning of this meditation, you can affirm, I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I am. I simply am. Right now, in this present moment, nothing but the spirit. This peace that we feel within us, this truth. And here with our right hand on our left heart, we can also say Shivoham, Shivoham. And this is a Sanskrit language. But this language is not just any language, it's quite special. Because the sounds that we say when we say Shivoham, Shivoham, it really emits through our chakras, awakening this pure bliss, this beauty that you can only feel inside you when you're not your thoughts, when you have no worries. You can say again, I am the pure spirit. We can meditate on this chakra for a bit longer here. We can continue to say, I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I am this pure joy, this pure happiness. You can also say this kind of mantra in Sanskrit. You can just listen. Sachitananda-rupam Shivoham, Shivoham Sachitananda-rupam Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. With our right hand still on our heart, we can just take a few deep breaths. Now let's move our right hand towards the center of our chest. And as we move our right hand towards the center of our chest, we also take our attention there. And here is the center where we remove all fears, all insecurities, all worries. And as we meditate upon this chakra, we receive the true qualities that are within us. Within every individual, there is strength, there is security. We can ask our Mother Kundalini to please strengthen this chakra, to rise up to the center of our heart, to help us to feel safe and secure throughout our life, in all things that we do. Here we can take another few deep breaths as our right hand is on the center of our heart. I'm going to introduce another little Sanskrit saying, Jagadamba. And here you can say it on the center of your heart, which is going to awaken the chakra for you to benefit and have a deeper meditation. So as I say this, just continue to keep your attention on the center of your heart and pray to your Mother Kundalini to please remove all insecurities and please strengthen the center of your heart so that your Kundalini can rise further. Jai Jagadamba, 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 Jai Jagadamba, 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 Jai Jagadamba, Jagadamba, Jagadamba. Take a deep breath through your nose and just exhale all your worries and all your insecurities. And we can keep both hands on our laps, palms facing upwards. We can just sit and feel the beauty and the peace and perhaps the vibrations and the joy within our hearts of simply just sitting and not having anywhere to go or anything to do. It's just you, the pure spirit, nothing else. And with our right hand, we can raise our Kundalini from the base of our spine all the way up to the top of our head. And silently we can just do this a few times. Once you are done, you can bring your hands back on your laps. And as we sit here in silence, if we feel any thoughts may arise in our mind, you can just put your hand back on your heart and really try to put your attention there and deeply feel that you are the spirit and not this mind, not this body. Again, I am the pure spirit. Shivoham, Shivoham. Again, with our right hand, let's raise our Kundalini, the energy from the base of our spine up to our Sahasrara, up to the top of our head. With our full attention. And the next time you reach the top of your head, just press down with your palm of your hand on the fontanelle bone and circle your hand around a few times, asking this Mother Kundalini to please deepen my realization. And you can just bring the palm of your hand a little bit higher than your head and see what you can feel. If you feel any sensations. You can try again with your left hand on top of your head. When you're done, just bring your hands back on your lap. And as usual, we're going to conclude the meditation with raising our Kundalini, the motherly energy within us. So like we did at the beginning of the meditation, we bring our left hand in front of us, right hand rotates outwards, raising that Kundalini up to the top of your head and tying one knot. Do this again with 2 knots. When you're doing it with your left hand, really raising the Kundalini up. Again for the 3rd time with 3 knots. Just taking these last few moments to really be present. And then we'll take our 7 bandhans from the left side to the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Thank you.
That was really lovely. Don't really want to speak now. However, so now is the time, it's the end of the formal session, as it were, but just some points to make. So tomorrow we'll be putting our attention on the Vishuddhi chakra, that's the next one up, and this is to strengthen our sense of self-respect and respect for others. And this chakra also helps us to be a detached witness of the drama of life, to be able to watch without reacting. Because thoughtless awareness is the opposite of reacting. Okay, so request a mentor. It's a resource. Sahaja Yoga is free. It's a resource that is freely available, so do fill out a form in the Zoom chat, and you can have somebody who speaks your language, who can answer questions, perhaps meditate with you. The website is very helpful, and on the website you can join our community and be part of a WhatsApp group, but also the website has resources. For example, it's got a lovely thing about the Heart Chakra, so you can download that and have a printed copy of it. But it also has all of the YouTube sessions since day 1. So if you want to recap, catch up with anything that you've missed or see something again, then you can do so. Now is the time to join a breakout room. Do take advantage of it. So you can write to breakout room help, and you can meet with the Sahaja Yoga teacher who can speak your language. Alternatively, we're going to stay here for a while, and you can write a question to me and I will put it to the presenters. So if I'll say good night anyway to those who are joining a breakout room, possibly see you later. But now if my beautiful presenters would like to come back, and if you want to write any questions for them. So for both of you, on this special day anyway, of Shri Mataji's birthday, And because it's the heart chakra, it would be really lovely to hear your experience, like how you feel that your heart or your life has developed since you got your realization. I don't know who would like to start.
Yeah, I can start with that one. I mean, the one thing that has changed for me since being in, Sahaja yoga meditation and doing the meditation daily, and how my heart is opened is, to begin with, it's global, and so I feel that on a global state, in a global way, my heart is opened out just by getting to know so many different people on a global basis. For example, connecting here and connecting with people in Switzerland that I never knew before, and I would have never met if it wasn't for Sahaja Yoga meditation. And for me, that has really opened my heart to the way that other people are, and the fact that there isn't just one way of being, but there's many ways of being, and you get to enjoy that and appreciate the different ways of being. And for me, that really opens my heart and welcomes humanity in there. So yeah, that's one way.
How long ago did you get your realization, Lydia?
I got my realization, funny enough, I was traveling in Australia and I found Sahaja Yoga there for myself. And that was in 2021, I think, or 2020, end of 2020. And ever since then, I have just really enjoyed the process, the ride that I've been going on through this meditation, and even doing this program tonight. It's such a big journey. I'm a human being. I'm just like you guys. We're all the same, and so yeah, it's been beautiful for me since 2020.
I can join in what she was saying by saying the beauty of it, right? Is it's completely free, right? There's all this knowledge that we have shared tonight. We have received it, and we just want to transmit it to everyone as much as we can, as much as we know, as much knowledge of we have accumulated during our, since practicing Sahaja Yoga. We just want to share it out, and that is also a beautiful gift. A beautiful gift of love, in a way, that we can share to others, and that has been given to us thanks to the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji. And on this special day as well, talking about this, the beauty of sharing this knowledge, sharing this love, because these vibrations that we're feeling, these energies that we feel, it's all love, right? It's all love that's everywhere for us to perceive and share. And to see where it brings us after however many years we meditate is quite amazing to see each and everyone's journey.
I see actually that there's a question. So you mentioned Shri Mataji, and it's Shri Mataji's birth. I see that there's actually a question come in. What is Shri Mataji? A teacher, a guru, a saint? And I'll tell you an experience of how Sahaja Yoga has helped my heart, which will partly answer her question, and then I'll hand it to both of you. So when I first came into Sahaja Yoga, I worked in business. I worked in human resources, and it wasn't really me. I always had this feeling, one day someone's going to find me out. And anyway, when I got my realization, I remember Shri Mataji came to England, and the day that she was flying back to India or Italy, I remember walking over to the piano. Now, I'd had piano lessons as a child for years, and then I hadn't played. For years, I just had not played the piano. But on this particular day, I just walked over to the piano and I started playing it. And soon after that, I started really playing the piano. Well, I started playing the piano every day, and then I started to teach the piano, and then I did a drama degree, and since then I've been a drama facilitator, and that is me. That is completely me, whereas human resources was just totally anathema. It just wasn't me at all. But the other thing is, the very first international gathering that I went to was in Romania. And I remember in Bucharest, was it, or Timișoara, there was a train station, and there was this, all of those of us who practice Sahaja Yoga, you can call us Sahaja Yogis or Sahaja Yoginis. We heard that Shri Mataji had actually got off the train and was walking out of the railway station. And so we all went down into this sort of underground. And I just remember this feeling. Shri Mataji was like I couldn't see her. There were so many people all huddled together trying to catch a glimpse of her. But actually I felt my heart, and even talking about it, it's difficult to speak. I just felt my heart completely open, and it was filled with love. And I knew that this lady walking across in front of me along the platform, I could just feel it was connected to her. And as she went out of view, I felt as though there was an elastic band attached to my heart, which was also attached to her. And I just didn't want her to leave. And yes, seeing her personally, you had that experience quite a lot. I will before the next question, I'll hand it to you to see if there's anything you would like to say of your, in answer to this question, what is Shri Mataji, a teacher, a guru, a saint, ?
Well, that's a really beautiful story, the one that you just mentioned there. And I think that anyone who saw Shri Mataji in real physical form, they immediately, like Philippa just said, have this connection with her, and they have a feeling of who she is. And it's a very deep feeling from many people that I have met and spoken to that met Shri Mataji when she was here, have many beautiful stories like the one that Philippa has just shared. And so I think your opinion or the answer to that question might gradually change, but I can definitely say that Shri Mataji is a spiritual teacher, and she will give you guidance. And as you see throughout this program, and as you continue, you will listen to some talks, some lectures that she has put out there for people. You'll see that she has a lot of beautiful, real, pure knowledge, and you will learn a lot. So a teacher, spiritual teacher, definitely. And for some, she could be a motherly figure as well. I mean, the fact that Shri Mataji went around the world and gave so many lectures and spent so much of her time in her life, and we know that time goes fast, but she spent all of that time going around the world to different countries, giving people their realization and giving these words of wisdom that we don't find on a daily basis, that, she's many things, and it's up to you to decide for yourself really what she is to you.
It becomes clear over time. I see that we've got more questions coming in. Would you like to add anything, Pranav?
Yeah, just a short, it's up to you to develop your relationship with her in a way, right? That you have met her or not. Many people have not met her, and most of the people meditating haven't met her. And actually, through the meditation, you realize that you kind of develop a relationship to her, like you develop a relationship to your mother Kundalini through your meditation. You will realize when practicing regularly the benefits from it, and all the work Shri Mataji has done, how it really comes into action when you're actually meditating. And so, yes, it's up for you to discover if she is a guru to you, if she is a mother to you, or if she is someone more special to you than that. And I think we have all experienced that she was a guru for us in some ways, and she was a motherly figure for us in other ways. And that's the beauty of it, right? It just comes naturally as a relationship.
Okay. Pranav, can you answer this one? Sangeeta has said, my hands were hot, but my head cold sensation. What does this mean?
Definitely. Well, the good thing about feeling hot in the hands is that you're actually feeling something. So that means that the Kundalini, which is this motherly energy, is working out, is trying to create a balance within you by working out on certain of your chakras. And when she's working, it actually manifests energies that you can perceive as cool, as that we were looking for, but also as warm, because it's trying to liberate and to free this kind of warmth. So there's nothing to worry about feeling warmth in the hand. We just have to keep on meditating regularly, on doing foot soaks, for example, and saying affirmations on different parts of different chakras. And this will help to, with time, to remove this heat that we feel and replace it by actual chillness or coolness, or cool vibrations, as we like to say in Sahaja Yoga. So it's good to actually feel something is working out in a way. Just it sometimes needs some time to balance out. That's what I would have to say about it.
And actually, I noticed, what you said about meditation every morning, every evening is absolutely true. It's like, it's like a farmer. What you put in is what you get out. So the more love you give to yourself by actually spending time on looking after and nurturing your chakras, the more you start to feel cool, but also the more you feel better, isn't it, emotionally and physically. During that lovely meditation, Olivia, like for example, my hands were hot and then they went cool. And that's always a nice feeling if they go hot and then they go cool, because it means something's getting moved and the cool breeze is coming. Is there anything you want to add before we go on to the next question, Olivia?
Just one quick thing with feeling sensations in your hands is the main thing is that you continue to do your meditation. Your attention is on the top of your head. It's the spirit that you want to be. So you will notice that these sensations, you might be feeling warm today, but tomorrow you might be feeling something else. And it's good to just keep a witness of these sensations that you're feeling. I think you'll go through a little bit more of witnessing tomorrow. And like Philippa said, 1 minute she felt warm and the next minute she felt cool. So just to keep a witness of all these different sensations that you feel gradually through the program.
Lovely. So actually, I realised I can answer this question. Ines has asked, will the recordings be available after the 21 days? And the answer is yes, because I go onto YouTube and find meditations from, for example, we did in England a couple of years ago. I don't know if you can find those, but yes, certainly the recordings will be available. And of course, you've got the website. So they're available on the website, but I think they're possibly also available on YouTube. Now time is getting on, it's 9:25, but we could have a special treat. What do you say if we watch a video about Shri Mataji and then just sit in silent meditation until it's time to really leave? Should we do that?
Yes, definitely. Let's do it.
I'll say good night. Well, we'll all say good night to everybody now. We'll play this. It's just a 2 or 4 minute video of Shri Mataji, and then we will just stay in silent meditation.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Hello, how are you? You have to be relaxed. I would have to. Look after yourself. Coming next year. Those who have felt cool breeze in their hands or from their head, please raise both your hands, please. So many. May God bless.
अगदी डोक्याशी नाही हात लावायचा, डोक्याच्या वर अदांत्री धर अदांत्री. आता ज्या लोकांच्या हातात किंवा डोक्यात थंड थंड असं वाटलं असेल किंवा काहीतरी अशी ऊर्जा वाहते असं वाटत असेल त्या सगळ्यांनी दोन्ही हात वर करायचे. अशा गती आल्यासारखं वाटलं. त्या सर्वांनी दोन्ही हात वर करायचे, दोन्ही.
Shri Mataji was born in 1923 in the very centre of India, near the town of Nagpur in the state of Maharashtra. It was her father who took her to see Gandhi when Shri Mataji was a young girl. Gandhi recognised something unique in her and suggested that the child spend some time with him at the ashram, where she became a frequent visitor over the years. Living abroad and travelling so much allowed Shri Mataji little time at her home in India. But the travelling did not stop. She regularly toured this vast country, reaching out to the people in the crowded cities as well as country villages. At the end of the 90s, the crowds who came to her public programs numbered in their thousands. But when Shri Mataji started teaching Sahaja Yoga in India, back in 1970, it was only with a mere handful of people. With the initial 12 people who achieved their self-realization, Shri Mataji was able to establish Sahaja Yoga in India. Then, in 1973, Shri Mataji went to live in London.
I was telling you about how
Her husband, Mr., now Sir C.P. Srivastava, had been elected Secretary General of the International Maritime Organization, an agency of the United Nations. But in the midst of her life as the wife of a diplomat, then a mother of 2 children, and then a grandmother, Shri Mataji has devoted all her efforts to giving self-realization and bringing Sahaja Yoga to very confused societies, desperate for change. One of the effects of Kundalini awakening through Sahaja Yoga has been to help people with all kinds of serious addictions, such as drugs and alcohol, and illnesses such as diabetes and cancer. People around the world have been finding that the awakening of the Kundalini and the practice of Sahaja Yoga have helped to solve a wide variety of problems of all kinds. Now, at the beginning of the 21st century, Sahaja Yoga is being practiced in some 70 countries.
They have all combined together, integrated together, so peaceful. And they have lost all these conditionings of their so-called man-made religions or their man-made boundaries of nations and man-made ideologies. It opens out gates to everything.